Brought to you by VFTV.
Hey guys, welcome to the Vault. We're back with some more exclusive content. Here to bring you guys another episode of Keepers, Sleepers, and Weepers. We got Mexi, Snap, Leon, and we're joined by Devin, aka Dome Peace Caps. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Snap, take away.
Wow. 3 athletes, 3 different sports. We got a fucking hockey player, a soccer player, and a basketball player. Listen, how does it feel to be traded from OKC now to the Chicago Bulls?
Oh, man. You call him Giddy?
Yeah, Josh Giddey is in the house right now. Wow.
You calling me Josh Giddey?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
You
a
look
low
like
blow.
him right now with the
no.
fucking whole jumpsuit and
I
hat.
think he looks more like Caruso, if anything. Caruso was there. He looks like Caruso.
No,
was
you don't
there.
look like him. You look like Josh Giddey, man.
Nah, man. That's low right there.
Anyways, yeah, we're in the house. We're gonna look at some weepers, sleepers, and keepers. We just did a very long show of this week in Caps. So, Leon, let's go ahead and start it off, brother. Oh man,
Oh my goodness. I mean, is there really much needed to say? I mean, look at this thing. I've seen better work out of lids, man, and I mean, I don't know if anyone will ever say this, but the colored eyelets aren't the worst thing about the hat. So I mean, yeah, Hat Club. I'm very sorry, but this one's gonna have to take it.
it's got a lick me stamp on the side patch because it's so small. The fucking Sriracha, whatever the fuck that is on the inside of the Astros logo is horrible. The eyelets are horrible. Yeah, really bad hat. Vicente Fernandez is rolling his grave right now.
All right, good pick.
I want to say this is for you from maybe like 10 days ago. This colorway, man, I don't know. It just reminds me of like a booger. Like when you're sick, you blow into your, when you're sick with a cold, you got to blow your nose, and then you're like, oh, what the fuck is that? It's just not a good hat. For you, I'm glad to see that you're doing better. But please save this hat in your drafts just to make sure you never go back to this.
You know what this reminds me of?
It was hooked to Jolly Giant green beans.
It can be hooked to whatever the fuck it could be hooked to. It's not a good
Oscar
hat.
the Grouch.
It looks like when you leave the guacamole out for a couple hours.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Really?
So I liked the team color version. I thought those were pretty cool, like the regular team color and with the star. This year's All-Star game is happening in Texas. I'm not feeling the American League ones, man. The National League ones, the baby blue with the infrared is a little bit more possible, but the salmon infrared color with the peachy inside, I don't know, man. These are rough, dude.
That Ariel's hat looks horrendous, man.
Yeah.
This looks like one of the variations of the big league shoes from last year.
Yeah.
Oh,
nothing of this screams Texas to me. These are rough, man.
No.
It almost gives you that Whataburger style vibe, the salmon ones, but horrendous. The Atlanta Braves one and that Phillies one is probably the best looking ones out of what we're looking at right now.
Yeah. The regular team color ones with the front white panel and then the star with the 2 stripes, those aren't too bad. But these, man, holy.
I was talking to somebody earlier that Atlanta one, if you look at it up close, the A is like tilted a little bit.
It is. Kind of, yeah.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Ugh. No one.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
Oh yeah, man. This one coming from Exclusive Fitted. This thing is mean, man. Like, I love the T-Bird logo. I mean, who doesn't? It's a classic. And I mean, red and black. You guys can see I'm loving that for sure. But man, yeah, exclusive fitted, nice clean T-bird, and sitting in a full size one right now. So go cop.
There we go.
All right, good pick.
Clink Room. So I put this because I knew that Snap would really appreciate a nice cartoonish style. I want to say this is the Charo Orgullo, right? I think it was a full size run, shock drop. And man, I've said it before. It was on my top 25 for the month. This thing is super clean, super nicely done, not over the top. Just overall, I feel like I'm watching a luchador who is a part-time mariachi.
Yeah.
And I really like that. So nice job.
Fair enough. Yeah.
The picture doesn't show it, but the textures on this hat is insane. So it's got the sombrero super raised, and then the mask has some depth in it, and then the eye sockets actually go in. So like the eyes and the mouth, it's like, I don't know, it's
Like
just
3D,
unreal.
4D ish. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's like an actual like person wearing a mask. I think they did a great job. I think Hokobo, if I'm not mistaken, did the art for it.
Yeah,
Just an awesome hat.
this is definitely up the Jacobo alley.
All right.
Pretty dope.
My hat, the John Ratner. Admittedly, probably I prefer the black, but the black one was a little bit more sold out. This one has more of a sleeper value because I think only 5, 8, and 3/4 sold out, but the rest of the sizes are still available. So heads ain't ready. John Ratner teamed up with Birdines. Give you this Iowa Cubs hat. Both hats really good. I think I prefer the black, but this one is still available in most sizes.
Very clean. This one, man, I don't know if you guys heard me earlier, but MyFitteds, well, they're starting to do a lot of MLS, same as Pierre and Pat. This one in particular caught a bunch of people's attention. I know a lot of people are kind of iffy or on that in between stage of getting into MLS, but man, I love this hat, and I know a lot of people would agree.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about MLS starting to come out of the shadows a little bit?
I think that there's a lot of nice things that you can do with certain teams. I would love to see a early 2000s colorway of the Galaxy. If you know their old uniform from that era,
Yeah.
or like I really wish the Red Bull did not go with Red Bulls and they were still the Metro Stars, because you could do a lot of fun things with that. But it's nice to see soccer being incorporated into these hats because there's a very, very large population that will buy it if it's their home team. I mean, I'm a big soccer guy, so I think the league is expanding, and it's going to be interesting to see what stores come up with.
Me too, man.
Yeah, it's
We have one of the best teams in Atlanta. Don't Peace.
You said what?
We have one of the best teams.
Oh yeah, Atlanta United. That one that Pat did. That thing's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still think it's one of those things that soccer not being like one of the major sports in America, it still like doesn't really get covered as much. Unfortunately, it's more of a regional thing, I think. But
Yeah,
they do have amazing logos, so get them in the hands of the right designers and stuff. So
it's about to be really crazy. When what year? What year is the World Cup?
26.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's going to be World Cup games in Atlanta.
It's also
bananas.
None of those players are coming from the MLS. So
it's also soccer fans will dish out deep pockets for their teams and their national teams.
yeah.
And you don't see it as much with like baseball, right? Baseball, you can catch a cheap ticket at the end of the day and make it on time. But soccer, you're talking like for Copa America, which is happening right now in the States, cheapest ticket you'll find for any real game is over 500.
You think there's an appetite though for custom hats?
I'll tell you what, if you have Latinos in your state, chances are some of them are soccer fans, And if there's anything about generational teams being passed down from parents to children, soccer is one of them. It's like football, right? If your parents are
No, what he's saying, custom colorways on soccer. Usually they just want the traditional color.
It gets tricky. I think you have to stick to team colorways for now.
Yeah. Like I feel like the people who are buying this aren't necessarily LA Galaxy fans.
They just like the logo.
They just like, yeah, it's a new, fresh logo. It's cool, you know.
Yeah,
that's kind of how I feel about it. But
you're right.
It's a pretty logo. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it's hard to convince a soccer fan to not wear their team colors. Yeah, you're right.
But also, like with this Galaxy, if you change it up into a black dome and make it a metallic silver, you could do some fun colorways with that LA side patch.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this one, the Kanye one for 808s and Heartbreaks from I believe it was Capanova, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, this one, I love this one. I haven't seen many hats hooked to this particular album, but this one came out strong. It's good. Nice use of the Negro League team. I know Pierre doesn't really like the hooking and everything, but this one's a smooth one. It's nothing too crazy like that clown one that we don't have to get in that whole diatribe, but pretty solid Negro League hat, pretty solid Kanye hat. It's nice and it's like in a lane of its own. But yeah, it's pretty solid hat. Capanova.
Yeah. It's a good one.
All right.
Capologist. I went in depth about this one, right? That real tree is amazing. And I know we're tired of the real tree, but I think when it's done correctly, beautiful hat. And the black Mamba, I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, these are really good.
Yeah. Thank you.
These are really good.
So, kind of like in the same style as the Charro, right? This is a nice one that's I feel like didn't get as much attention. I'm not saying that it didn't sell well or that people don't like it, but man, I feel like this logo within itself is like it's different. Not many stores have. I don't think I've seen a store do a custom with this logo yet. Right?
No, I think it's a new Copa.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Copas, including the Chivo when it's done correctly. But man, I think on this colorway, on this colored crown, it's a good summer hat.
Did you get this hat?
No, I did not.
This hat is amazing.
But maybe I need to look into it. So this is my keeper coming from Pierre.
Nice.
Really good hat.
My keepers, in particular, Fan Treasures is back, man. I'm really excited about them. I think the Indians and the Phillies are the standout for their release here. A cool fact that Pierre kind of pointed out in the preview video that we did was that the Phillies one, he used like different colors of Phillies teams within the ransom note. So you got the orange from the Flyers, the maroon, baby blue, and then the blue and red, and then the red and white from the Phillies. You got the green from the Eagles. Even the blue and red, you can even call that a Sixers color. So he tied in all of the different Phillies.
Oh yeah, teams. I see like the Eagles E.
Yeah,
that's pretty clever. Yeah.
So he did it in a different kind of way, which I thought was kind of unique, and tied all the Philly.
What's the yellow and blue one?
The yellow and blue, I think that's like the old Eagles colors, no? Like super old Eagles. Maybe.
Is it okay?
Or could be like an MLS. I'm not sure. But either way, like he's got the red from the Phillies, the maroon and blue from the Phillies.
I see it. Yeah.
He did a great job.
I like that.
And that Indians is smooth too. It's like a walnut navy, and it's got a lot of copper and metallics on it. It's got the Jacobs Field patch, if I'm not mistaken. Those two are the standouts. I mean, the Viva Los Dodgers and the spring training Cubs are really good too. But I think the ransom notes are the highlights here. And I'm a person who typically doesn't like the ransom notes, but this is kind of swaying me, man. You did a great job.
Okay, good work.
All right, and the second one, these people, man. I know this is a heavyweight picture. It's like a sliding scale almost of size. It gets skinnier as we go to the middle. But yeah, I just had a lot of fun. I picked up a lot of hats from the drop here. The B-Ham is excellent. The Kings, but just to be able to kick it and kind of enjoy the company, congratulations to Pat and Pierre on a successful first year of business in the States and Mott Haven, and yeah, it was fun, man. This is slowly becoming a kind of like a tradition to pop up in the springtime, and the City Boys popped out, and a lot of people. So shout out to everyone who made it to the drop and kind of hang out. You don't see it now, but that slope is like a 45-degree angle slope.
So that shit hurt my feet so bad. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know when's the next time I'll visit, but yeah, hopefully I'll be 100 pounds less. Yeah. But yeah, man, no, that shit there, boy, that slope, boy, that ain't no joke. Standing right there waiting, looking at motherfuckers buying hats. Give me a nice TV in there. Let's put a nice big screen TV in there. Add a PlayStation 5.
Ain't no room to
all night. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to all the random people that be walking around in that neighborhood, man. That shit was funny as hell. Listening to their little side conversations. I've never seen so much weed in my life. I mean, these motherfuckers was carrying these big old, it looked like cereal boxes of weed, bro. It was bananas.
Legal now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Topperzstore USA, lots of good memories.
For sure. And yeah, that's the show right now. So if you guys are watching this now and a part of the Vault Club, we do appreciate you. We will upload this early, so you're probably watching this like Saturday past midnight. And if you're watching this on Sunday with the regular plebs, link to join the Vault Clubs at the bottom.
Yeah.
Another week down.
Any last thoughts?
All right. Well, guys, man, I'd like to thank you, Josh Giddy, for coming on the show. I know you just been traded to the Bulls and you was eager to show off your Chicago gear. Hey, man, Mexi, you're always an official host. Leon, what can I say more about you? The motherfucker that puts the glue on this. And yeah, man. Guys, keep enjoying the show. Keep buying your hats. Keep the passion going. And with that, Big Leon, take us away.
Yeah, make sure you guys are dropping a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Link to join Vault Club is below for Dome Peace, Mexi, Snap, and Leon. We out here.
Peace.
Brought to you by VFTV.